In a small town called Sunnyville, there lived a family of 6. Mr. James, his wife, Mrs. Rose, and their 4 children, Lucy, Mark, Jane, and the youngest, Bella. Now, Bella was only 8 years old, but if you saw the way she acted, you would think she was the queen of the house. And guess what? She kind of was. Every morning, Mrs. Rose would shout, "Lucy, Mark, Jane, wake up and get your breakfast." But when it came to Bella, she would walk into her room like a royal maid and say softly, "Bella, my sweet sugar plum, breakfast is ready. I made your favorite pancakes." Mark once whispered to Jane, "If I ever get called sugar plum, I will faint." Jane replied, "If I ever get pancakes on a Monday, I will cry." And so the war of breakfast continued. On this particular Monday, Mark came to the table and found only 1 boiled egg. Lucy found half a slice of bread. Jane got tea with no sugar. But Bella had a plate of pancakes with syrup, sausages, 2 eggs, and a small cup of hot chocolate with marshmallows. Mark stared at Bella's plate. "Are we in the same family?" he asked. Mrs. Rose frowned. "Mark, don't be rude. Bella is a growing child." "I am also growing," Mark replied, "just very slowly because I'm not eating." Everyone laughed, except Mrs. Rose. She picked up Bella's cup and blew on it gently. "Careful, Bella, it's still hot." Jane rolled her eyes so hard they nearly fell out of her head. Later that day, after school, the children were watching TV when Mrs. Rose came in with 3 plates of rice and stew. She gave Lucy, Mark, and Jane their plates. Then she brought in a tray for Bella, fried rice, chicken, salad, and a bottle of juice. Mark looked at Bella and said, "I think when you were born, Mum gave you all the love in the house." Bella smiled proudly. "It's not my fault I'm cute." Mrs. Rose kissed Bella's forehead. "Exactly. Don't be jealous of your little sister. She's special." That night, Lucy wrote in her diary, "Dear Diary, today I realized that I'm just a background character in this house. Bella is the main actress. If this was a movie, I would be the person who dies in the first scene." The next morning, Lucy, Mark, and Jane sat at the kitchen table looking tired. Not from school, not from chores. From one thing, Bella. Lucy placed her toast on the plate and said, "We need a plan." "A plan for what?" Mark asked, still chewing his dry bread. "A plan to survive in this house," she replied. Jane nodded. "Mum gave Bella a new backpack yesterday. Mine has a broken zip. I have to use a safety pin to close it." "Bella also got 2 meatballs for dinner last night," Mark added. "I counted. 2. I got a spoon of stew and 1 sad-looking bone." Lucy raised her finger like a detective. "Exactly. It's time for Operation Fairness." They all put their hands together over the table like secret agents. "On the count of 3, Jane whispered. 1, 2, 3. Operation Fairness." Unfortunately, Mrs. Rose walked in at that very moment, holding Bella's school shoes. She stared at them. "What are you 3 plotting?" "Nothing," they said quickly. She turned to Bella and said gently, "Darling, your shoes are polished and ready. I even put tissue inside to keep them soft." Lucy, Mark, and Jane blinked at each other. No one had ever stuffed tissue in their shoes. If anything, their shoes could use super glue. At school, Jane tried to distract herself. But at lunch, Bella ran into her class, waved a huge meat pie, and shouted, "Mum said I shouldn't share this." The other children clapped for Bella's meat pie like it was a trophy. Back at home, Operation Fairness went into action. Lucy went to her dad. "Daddy, I want to talk to you." Mr. James looked up from his newspaper. "Do you think Bella gets too much attention?" He paused. "Well, maybe. But she's the last born, you know." "That's the problem," Lucy said. "You all treat her like she's a baby." "She is a baby," he replied, smiling. "She's 8, Lucy almost shouted. "She can tie her shoelaces and delete people's apps on the phone. She's not a baby." Mr. James laughed, but Lucy wasn't joking. Later that night, Mark left a small note on his mum's table. It read, "Dear Mum, I know Bella is your favorite, but can you try to love the rest of us too? We're also your children, not just decorations. Love, Mark. Mrs. Rose saw the note, read it twice, and sat quietly. The next morning, something strange happened. Something shocking. Something so unusual that Mark dropped his spoon. Mrs. Rose had made breakfast, and all 4 plates looked the same. 4 plates of scrambled eggs, toast, and tea. No extra sausage for Bella, no hot chocolate, no marshmallows. Lucy whispered, "Do you think she read the note?" Mark whispered back, "I think she cried in the kitchen." Bella looked confused. "Mum, where's my pancake?" Mrs. Rose smiled. "Today, everyone gets the same thing." Bella pouted. "But I'm your baby." "Not today," Mrs. Rose replied. Jane slowly lifted her cup and said, "Cheers to Operation Fairness." Bella sat at the breakfast table, staring at her toast like it had insulted her. "No sausages? No hot chocolate? No extra hug?" she asked. "Nope," Mark said, happily sipping his tea. "Today, we are all equals, like in a democracy." Jane added, "Welcome to the new world, Bella." Bella turned to her mother. "Mum, are you okay? Did you hit your head?" Mrs. Rose gave her a calm smile. "I just realized I've been too soft with you, sweetheart. It's time to be fair to everyone." Bella looked shocked. But, I'm the baby." Lucy leaned in. "You were the baby." Past tense. Bella didn't say another word. She picked up her toast slowly, as if it might explode. That afternoon, Bella came home from school and walked straight to the fridge. Usually, there was a cold juice box waiting for her. Today, water. She checked the snack shelf. No cookies, just plain biscuits for everybody. Her world was crumbling. At dinner, she waited for her special plate. But once again, 4 matching plates arrived. No decorations, no surprises, just rice and beans. Bella looked around. "This house is broken," Mark whispered. "This house is finally fixed." Bella tried to complain, but nobody paid her any attention. For the first time in her life, she was just like everyone else. And it was terrifying. The next day, something even more unbelievable happened. Mrs. Rose asked Jane to follow her to the market. Bella gasped. "But that's my job." Mrs. Rose smiled. "Today, I want to spend time with Jane." Jane danced a little. Bella sulked. Later in the evening, Mrs. Rose helped Lucy iron her school uniform. Mark got help with his homework. Bella got a pat on the head. She frowned. "A pat on the head? That's all?" Lucy tried not to laugh. "How does it feel to be background music?" Bella folded her arms and went to her room. She didn't come out for an hour. Eventually, Mr. James knocked softly on her door. "Hey, princess," he said gently. "I'm not a princess anymore," Bella mumbled. He sat beside her. "You know, your siblings felt left out for a long time. This is new for you, but it's been hard for them." Bella looked down. "I didn't know they were sad." "They love you, but everyone deserves love too." She nodded slowly. "I guess, maybe, I can share." Mr. James smiled. "Good girl." That night, Bella did something surprising. She gave her last piece of chocolate to Mark. He stared at it like it was gold. "Are you okay?" "I'm learning to be fair," she said proudly. Jane whispered to Lucy, "The princess might be changing." Lucy smiled. Long live the new Bella. Bella woke up early the next morning. Not because of an alarm, not because someone called her. She just had a plan. Today she was going to be kind. Very kind. Super kind. She put on her slippers, tiptoed to the kitchen, and opened the fridge. "I will make breakfast today," she said proudly. 15 minutes later, the smell of something smoky filled the house. Lucy ran into the kitchen first. "Bella, are you burning toast?" "No, it's just extra crispy," Bella said, waving smoke away. Jane picked up a black slice. "This toast is not crispy. It's charcoal." Bella frowned. "I was trying to help." Mark took a bite, chewed slowly, then whispered, "This toast can break teeth. Mrs. Rose rushed in and turned off the stove. "Bella, why didn't you call me?" Bella looked sad. "I wanted to surprise you. I wanted to do something nice." Everyone paused. It wasn't perfect, but it was sweet. Jane said, "Maybe next time. We help you." Bella smiled. "Deal." Later that day, Bella offered to help Lucy wash the dishes. She broke 2 plates. Then she tried to help Mark with his homework. She gave him all the wrong answers. "Bella," Mark said, holding his head, "you're nice, but you're dangerous." Bella giggled. "At least I'm trying." That evening, during family time, something happened that made everyone quiet. Mrs. Rose brought out her old photo album. There were pictures of all the children as babies. Mark pointed at a photo. "Hey, that's me in that yellow shirt. I love that shirt." Lucy smiled. "And that's the day I got my first school prize." Mrs. Rose looked down at the album and sighed. "I'm sorry." Everyone looked up. "I didn't know I was being unfair," she said softly. "I just wanted to protect Bella. But I see now. I forgot to protect the rest of you too." Lucy reached out and held her hand. "We know, Mum. We just wanted to be seen too." Then Bella, sitting quietly on the floor, said, "I'm sorry too. I didn't mean to take all the love." Mark looked at her. "You're still our sister. Just a dramatic one." They all laughed. Mr. James raised his glass of juice. "To fairness, forgiveness, and funny toast." "Cheers!" everyone shouted. Bella smiled. She still missed her marshmallows, but the laughter around her felt even sweeter. A few weeks later, everything felt different in the James family home, but in a good way. Breakfast time was now peaceful. No one fought over pancakes or counted sausages. Mrs. Rose made sure everyone had the same food, and if Bella wanted extra, she had to ask nicely, just like everyone else. Bella had also changed. She now helped sweep the floor without turning the broom into a magic wand, packed her school bag by herself, and even helped Jane with her hair once, though she ended up using hair cream on Jane's eyebrows by mistake. "Oops," Bella said. "You were trying," Jane replied, laughing. The siblings were now closer. They teased one another, but they also looked out for each other. One Saturday morning, Mark forgot his school project at home, and guess who ran all the way to his school to bring it? Bella. When Mark opened the classroom door and saw her standing there, sweating and holding the project like it was treasure, he was speechless. "You owe me," Bella said, panting. "Big time. I'll give you 1 meat pie and a hug. Make it 2 meat pies. Deal." Back at home, Mrs. Rose noticed how different the house felt. There was more laughter, less fighting, and no more whispering behind closed doors. Everyone was included. Everyone had a voice. One evening, as they sat together in the living room, Mr. James said, "We should give our family a new name." "A new name?" Lucy asked. "Yes. Something fun. Something that shows we're stronger now." Jane raised her hand. "What about the Fair and Funny family?" Mark nodded. "I like that. Sounds like a superhero team." Bella jumped up and struck a pose. "I'm Super Bella, the Queen of Change." Everyone laughed. Then Mrs. Rose said something that made them all smile quietly. "You know," she began, "I was so busy protecting one child that I forgot to water the rest. But now I see that every child is a flower, and to have a beautiful garden, you must water them all." Lucy looked at her. "Wow, Mum, that was deep." "I read it in a book," Mrs. Rose said, winking. As the sun set outside and the house filled with quiet joy, Bella leaned on her big sister and whispered, "I'm glad we're all flowers now." Jane smiled. "Yes, but you're still the weird one." Bella giggled. "I know." Lessons from this story. 1. Love should be shared equally. Showing love to just one child can make others feel invisible. Every child deserves care and attention. 2. Being kind takes effort. Bella learned that being kind is not always easy, but it's always worth it. 3. Everyone can change. No matter how spoiled or selfish someone may seem, they can learn and grow with the right support. 4. Fairness builds peace. When everyone is treated fairly, families become happier and more united. 5. Forgiveness is powerful. The family didn't stay angry, they forgave, and that helped them grow stronger together. Thank you so much for watching this story till the end. I hope it made you smile, laugh a little, and also think about how important fairness and love are, especially in our families. Sometimes it's the small changes that make the biggest difference. If you enjoyed this story, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell so you don't miss more fun and simple English stories like this. And hey, don't forget to share this video with your friends or family. It might make someone's day.